We're going to early 2000 Britain. That's what you like, don't you?
I do.
That's your bag.
Yeah. That's my bag. 202.
So we're going with the UK Office. That's the one. Not the American, the UK one. It's the first one that did it. It also has the stronger legacy. And what they managed to do in 12 episodes and 2 Christmas specials is nothing short of astounding. These guys, like, if you actually think of it the other way, because a lot of people love the American Office, and I totally agree, it's very good. But they were like halfway to like episode 6, episode 7, and they still couldn't even find their feet. That's halfway through the series that they're actually based on. The UK Office, it ended up spawning 15 spin-offs. And if you're going to take in Peep Show into account, it's as innovative in what they did, except this one, you're still feeling the ramifications today. You have shows like Modern Family coming out of it, Parks and Rec, which is a direct predecessor or a direct follow-up of that type of cinema or that type of series as well. So like when it comes to comedy, I'm all about innovation. I'm all about like impact and influence. And for me, that comedy, like when I first watched it, I didn't even know it was a comedy. I had to learn what the humor was to find it funny. I still remember that first time watching Gareth Keenan try to teach this new intern like how to pick up a box for like safety training. I didn't even like it. I was like, I don't know what this is, but I kept watching it until I realized that the humor and the cringe just emerged out of it. So like the central performances were incredible. They had everything in those first episodes. And like when you look at it, there's not one bad episode in the bunch. And then they have that amazing ending of season 2 where he doesn't get the girl. And I mean, off of everything they're doing that's innovative, they turn around and go, she said no, by the way. Yeah. And I'll remember watching that live going, wait, what? Like, no, you can't do that. But then they came back in the end for the Christmas special and they gave you your little magical moment. Yeah. Now, I'm a big fan of the American one too. I love Michael Scott. I love Steve Carell's performance, but there's something bold about like, we're not going to make him likable. We're going to make him pathetic. He doesn't want to be liked. He wants to be popular. That is a completely different motivation. And Ricky Gervais just absolutely nailed it. So for me, it's going to be the UK Office.
You won't get a massive argument against that from me. I'll say that, and I'm not going to repeat like I didn't pick it obviously because someone's going to pick it, and that's not a strategy. It's just like it's so there. It has, as you say, it's made such an impact on comedy, style of comedy, tone of comedy.
I think probably only one office is going to make the list, and if it does, it's probably not going to be US. So like I'd like to kind of give it its flowers like now because like it was bad at the start, but I feel like it kind of became and evolved into its own monster. And it is one of the greatest shows of all time. So I just like to say that right now.
I'm so glad they deviated a bit because there's so many great British TV shows that they tried to remake in the States and they tried to stick to it too rigidly or else they went too far away from it. And I think the American Office successfully walked that tightrope of inspiration, copying, and then innovating.
Because sitcoms will just run and run and run and run. They always get to the point where they get a little bit bad. And I think that a lot of the shorter ones, and some of them might come up later on in the list, because they're so tight and because they're so just, they know exactly what they are, and they don't outstay their welcome. I think that's why, like, because if the British Office had just kept going and it was 7 or 8 seasons, it would have got bad, like, you know, that kind of way. So I think the fact that they just cut it off when they did, they never went back to it, keeps it iconic. Like, and I really like what you said, Chris, about the payoff. So I'll always remember that Christmas episode and feeling that. Because, like, I really like when comedies then get to that point where they do pull at the heartstrings and they give you that emotion as well. You don't have to just be haha the whole time. Do you know that kind of way? But yeah, really good pick. Really like Elvis.